Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. Before I get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification. If you're here and you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I know you're going to like the video. So, today I want to talk a little bit about Domynique and McKinley, right? You know, Domynique and McKinley are married this season of Married at First Sight, season 16, Nashville. The issue with Domynique and McKinley, there's a lot of issues there. There's several issues that's going on with them. One of the major issues is that she feels like he doesn't have any roots in Nashville, which technically she is right. He doesn't have any roots in Nashville. He still lives in his friend's basement, have his own little space, stuffs in boxes. He's not sure if he wants to stay in Nashville or not. He has a cannabis business which he can run from wherever, which is out in California. And I think she's worried and she's nervous that if I commit to this guy, is he going to pack up and leave? And I don't want to leave Nashville. This is one of the biggest issues. She doesn't want to leave Nashville. And if you saw on this past episode of Married at First Sight, that they're bumping their heads and their pigheadedness is really affecting their relationship. He's not interested in doing none of the things that she wants to do. He's not adventurous. She likes to be outdoors. She likes to be adventurous. She likes to do different things, like to have fun. And he's kind of like blah in her eyes, right? He doesn't do any things to please her. She mentioned on After Party that the first few days were good, but midway through the honeymoon, she started losing some attraction towards him, started losing some feelings towards him, and that he basically is too much of a complainer. He always complains about everything, never fixes anything, never leads a little bit, never guides, never shows any interest. And granted, it's been about 8, 9, maybe 10, 11 days at this point, and they got to the point where it was time to move in, and on moving day that she didn't want to move in. And what we saw was, what we did not see on the show and what we saw in After Party is that she said he went on about a 7, 8, 9 minute rant, and basically she was like, I don't even want to deal with you. I don't want to be around you. If you're going on this much of a rant about this, I don't want to deal with you, and decided not to move in. Now, and we'll talk about it in our video with me and Jack. I don't think this should be a rule. I think it should be a rule that you always have to move in. Unless the person's beating you, abusing you, or threatening you, I think you should always have to move in. But with Domynique and McKinley, I think they need to have a conversation, and he needs to make her feel secure that he's not going anywhere. He said he likes her. She said she doesn't hate him. It's just that it's not what she looked for. She thought somebody who was older, because she asked for somebody older, would be much more stable in their life. And I had this conversation with my wife, and I talked about it. I said, well, neither one of these people really were detailed on the application, right? Her mom started an application for her, and they didn't go into deep detail about what she wanted in a man and what she was looking for. She was very vague. She didn't go about the race and none of that. He was very vague in his application, and so now you get what you get, right? If you're not specific about what you want, then you're going to get what they give you. And so now they have what they have, and they need to work it out. She's also at the point with him where there's a disconnect. There is a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type thing, as Keisha Knight Pulliam alluded to on After Party, that with McKinley, there is ways that he says things. She said it, that before the Pastor Cal came, he was like, oh, Pastor Cal ain't going to tell me about make stay here, this, that. And he was just running his mouth, and then when Pastor Cal shows up, he doesn't say anything. Well, if you have an issue, you have a problem, bruh, let it off your chest. All right? And I'm not saying that because it's Pastor Cal. What I'm saying is that you're putting on a front for your woman who you're trying to impress, putting on a front for your woman who you try to love and you try to be married. No woman will be around a man who says one thing but does another, right? Let your yay be yay, your nay be nay, man up and do what you're going to say you're going to do. And that goes back to what the honeymoon is, or goes back to the line about riding the horses and doing all this type of stuff. What she sees McKinley as, she sees him as a liar. She sees him as a person that she can't trust. She sees him as a person that she can't build her life with. She sees him as a person that she can't grow with because she don't understand or know if what he's saying is true. She doesn't know if he says he's not going to pack up and leave in 5 months, that next week he's gone. So again, it's much more deeper than just the basement, and maybe in her life too. We don't know her past. Maybe her father was a person like McKinley who was there and then hopped up and just left. We know her mother and father are not together. So this may be something from past trauma that that Domynique is dealing with on the inside of her, but about commitment, about being together. I just don't think they're a good match. I think the age gap is different. I think is a big issue. I think she's more mature than he is. I think she's more established than he is. I think these two just physically just don't go together. Well, not physically, naturally just don't go together, right? They might like each other, they might be attracted to each other, but just they don't mix. Their background, their work ethic, their history just don't mix with one another. Y'all guys let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about Domynique McKinley? Is McKinley a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? Is he one way on camera, another way off camera? Is Domynique doing too much? Is she not giving McKinley a chance or opportunity? Let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And once again, if you watched all 6-7 minutes of this video, just hit the subscribe button. Talk to you later. Peace.